Hey guys, RC Peck here with Fearless Wealth, and what I'm going to cover in this video is how to get regular income after retirement. Now, of course, you don't need to be retired to get regular income from the stock market, but specifically when you turn, say, 50 or 60, you start really thinking about how to get the income from the stock market, that life savings. So what I want to show you in this video is specifically how to start to think a little differently so you can find that regular income after retirement. Specifically, I'm going to show 4 stocks. I'm going to show an example of 2 good stocks, things that you want to be looking for. I'm going to show an example of 2 stocks that you probably are easily sold or easily talked into. I'm going to talk about why you end up buying those stocks that sound great for regular income and your retirement, but how they actually hurt your stability, your consistency, your certainty, and I'm going to go into that. So if you stay until the end, I'm going to show all 4 videos, and I'm going to show you exactly why you almost get hijacked into buying the wrong investments. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me jump over to the price charts, and we're going to start. Okay, what I want to start with is what doesn't work. So what often happens is when people are looking for regular income after retirement or just regular income for the stock market, they think dividend. They think, I'm going to go buy a dividend. I'm going to get a dividend. So here's a stock right here. It's called National Health. It is, let's see what the dividend is, 6.1%. So 6.1% is pretty legit. The problem is people are not taught how to read price charts. And it's one of the key things that's missing in all investors' toolbox when they have uncertainty, they have worry, they have concern. Simply, those aren't really the problems. The problems, those are the results of not knowing how to read price charts, right? It's not about reading thousands of hours or thousands of pages of information. It's about understanding how to read price charts. So when you look at the screen here, I see a stock that is in trouble. Now, yes, we had the COVID correction in 2020, but just look at this right now. It's a 6% yield, 6.1%, but I'm going to round it. So right here is, let's just say the beginning of the year for this thing. This stock is down 6.5%. Okay, now this is including the dividend yield of 6.1%. So if I took off the yield, which I can show you, this stock, let me just show you, this is the stock without including the dividend yield. Looks very similar, but you can see it's down 12.5%. So the yield does help it only lose a little over 6% this year. But people are just caught in the dividend number of 6%. But you can see just looking at it this year, it hasn't done that well. Now you might say, okay, RC, but that's, it's just this year. Okay, well, here's the beginning of last year. It's up a whopping 5% over a 2-year period. And then the beginning of 18, it's up 10%. So beginning of 18, let's call it 11%. Beginning of 2019, up 5%. For reference, guys, now that's including dividends. Just for reference, the S&P from the beginning of 2018 is up 47%. So it's up 37 percentage points more than that dividend stock. Or that dividend stock, NHI, is down, has underperformed the market since 2018, 37%. And then take the beginning of 2019 to today, and the S&P is up 55%. So NHI has greatly underperformed a free index, right? The average. And this is one of the problems people run into who can't find the regular income from the stock market. They don't know how to read price charts. But NHI is a good example because there are millions of people in an NHI, and they're in it, I'm willing to bet, because it has this juicy 6% dividend. But in this example, you can see how the word dividend is really triggering people to buy an investment that's actually slowing the growth of their retirement. And so, yeah, they're going to get some regular income, but pretty lame, underperforming income from NHI. Okay, and then I'll just show one of my favorites here just because it's a well-known stock. This is AT&T here, and it's yielding over 7%. Now, you look at the screen, and it looks like a company that has no idea what its business model is, doesn't know what people are paying it for. It is a very confused company. Again, you might say, yeah, but I'm getting 7%, a little over 7%. Guys, this price chart includes the yield. If I showed you AT&T without that 7%, you can see the closing price is actually down here. But let's just give it its 7%, including in the price. And just for the year, I'll do the same thing. It's down for the year. Guys, this is a year that, quote unquote, everything's up. It's down 22%. I mean, do I even need to go to 2019? 2019, I don't know, it's right about here, is up about 11, 12%. The beginning of 2018, geez, it's down 11%. This is why people are not getting regular income. Like they're not able to find it because they haven't been taught how to read price charts in a powerful, simple way, right? So to get regular income from the stock market after retirement or going into retirement, or you just want regular income from the market, it has to be a combination of understanding how to read the price chart and finding something that is actually yielding. Now, AT&T is yielding. It's yielding 7.3% at this price and as of this recording. And same thing with NHI. Oops, go up here. NHI right here. National Health Investors, Inc. It didn't get crushed. I mean, it got crushed. It came back up. I just want to, I hate when that happens. I just want to see, hold on here, guys. I just want to see what it actually fell right here. God, 63%. That's incredible. So let's talk about what to do to get regular income after retirement. So the first thing is you got to find things that do create dividends. So here's one, AVGO, Broadcom. So it's a company that makes chips. Now, most retirees, most people looking for income would avoid this like the plague because they think, oh, technology dangerous, technology bad. But here you have a company, this yield is 3.1%. So let me look at just what the S&P is yielding today, just for reference. Let me just put on the full quote for a second and see what SPY is doing. Okay, 1.53. So the S&P 500 is yielding 1.5%. By the way, the NASDAQ 100 is yielding 0.5%. So Broadcom yielding 3% is yielding double what the S&P is yielding and 5.5x what the NASDAQ 100 is yielding. So you're getting that yield from Broadcom. But what you're also getting is your money getting bigger, your portfolio getting bigger. This is what helps. This is why you want to learn how to read price charts, because when you want to get regular income after retirement, you also want your portfolio to go higher, net of you pulling out money for your expenses. Looking at this the same way we looked at NHI and AT&T, from the beginning of the year to now, Broadcom's up 39. It's actually up 40%. So Broadcom's up 40%, and you're getting that 3% yield. If you go back to 2019, the beginning of it, I always want to call this Avago. That's the company that bought Broadcom. Aviago. Broadcom's up 100%. Again, guys, this is including dividend, but I want you to start getting like, oh my gosh, the key is to find stocks that have a dividend, that are bigger, okay, than the S&P or the NASDAQ, but also use price charts to tell you where to be. So here's Broadcom that is crushing it on both. And then from the beginning of 2018 to now, it's up 87%. So that's an example of how to find dividend, how to get that regular income, right? Because that's what I hear a lot from people. They want the regular income after retirement. They want regular income from the stock market. And the missing piece is understanding how to read price charts. Okay, and then I'll do one more. I said I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give a total of 4 stocks, 2 that are not working and 2 that are working. So here's a company called Verizon Communications. Most people know it as Verizon. It's yielding 4.2% and trending higher. Now, this trend is not as sexy or as exciting as Broadcom, but you can see it is slowly or methodically trending higher in price. So this one right here, beginning of 2019, nothing special here. It's up 1%. Not that good. But comparing it to AT&T and NHI, it's like, okay, didn't lose anything, made 1%, and you got that yield. So here's an example, because I didn't want to just give you like high flyers, which scares a lot of people. But look at the consistency from the beginning of 2019 until today, up 14%, from the beginning of 2018 until today, up 27%. So what you have here is I showed 4 symbols. Now, I actually showed 5 because I showed the S&P. I'm going to set aside the NASDAQ 100. People pass over the market, even though the market, let's call the S&P the market, is yielding 1.5% and has appreciated pretty darn well relative to these. But for people who don't want to buy the market, Verizon is one where it both puts you in a stock that's trending higher in price, which is going to help your portfolio, but it's also a stock that is yielding 4.2%. So when you look at getting regular income, right, there's kind of a magic to it. You have to understand how to read price charts. I'll say it differently. The more you understand how to read price charts, the more you're going to get regular income in your life, the more you're going to get consistency in your retirement life, the more you're going to get certainty in your retirement life. And it's not just for retirees, right? People who are in their late 40s, early 50s, they might start wanting to only work half the time and they want to replace half of their income. So they want that regular income from the stock market. But this is an example. I'm going to call it five symbols where when you start to turn on reading price charts and adding in dividend, right, you can avoid, I'll throw in another one because I know there's people in IBM. You can avoid stocks like IBM that is yielding 5.2%, but it is just absolutely killing your portfolio. And this looks like a company, you can compare this relative to Verizon if you remember that price chart a minute ago. This thing's just sideways at best, and it's kind of sideways and then down and confused and not really too sure where it's going. So the takeaway here is regular income after retirement is a combination. It's not just this, but I'm giving you an ingredient of, yes, go find the dividend. Okay, that's part of it. But the other part is to read the price chart. So get a short list of dividend producing stocks or ETFs. It's the same thing. Let's call it a short list of dividend producing symbols, right? And then you add to it just that price, right? Knowing how to read a price chart. Now, look, this is the beginning of 2021. And a lot of people were freaked out from 2020. It was about 3 decades of horribleness put into 12 months. And so I hear a lot of people saying, how do I find the regular income without the volatility? How do I get that consistency? And what I don't want is for you to jump into an annuity that just guarantees a very, very, very small income. But the magic in 2021 is turning on your eyes, looking at price charts and adding that filter and saying, how do I find that regular income in 2021? And the answer is uptrending, dividend producing symbols. Thanks so much, guys, for being in my world. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the like button. Google and YouTube love when people hit the like button. So 2021, guys, we're going to have some crazy things happen this year. It's almost guaranteed. Right now, we're in the Santa Claus rally. It is rallying. So as of right now, good things to come in 2021, and I'll keep sharing them with you. Thanks, guys, for being in my world, and I will see you on the next video. Okay, bye. Hey guys, if you liked this video, you're absolutely gonna love our trading service. And if you've tried trading before and it hasn't worked or you've struggled, it's because you're making one of 7 mistakes, I guarantee it. And after the click, I'm gonna show you exactly what those 7 mistakes are. All right, I'll see you there.